This is Kababalaghan 101, your home for creative stories for all supernatural from the Philippine mythology and folklore. The Serpent's Pearl. In the heart of an ancient forest deep in Samar Island, where shadows danced between ancient trees and whispers of forgotten magic lingered in the air, a mystical gem called a carbuncle can be found. This story tells of the heroic Sitrong who bore the magical carbuncle upon its forehead, and his friends as they fight to protect the forest from the threat of men, monsters, and magic. The
Serpent's Pearl Chapter 1, The Unseen Realm of Maganhan. Nestled in the heart of Leyte Island, Maganhan was not just any forest, it was a place where magic thrived. This enchanted woodland sprawled across the southern fringe of the so-called Leyte Cordillera. At its core stood Mount Maganhan, a majestic peak rising high above sea level, serving as a silent sentinel over the mystical realm below. Maganhan was more than just a forest, it was a living, breathing entity. From enchanted streams that sang lullabies as they weave across the expansive forest, to trees that seemed to move of their own accord, the forest pulsed with mystical energy. This magical essence was most concentrated in the area known to humans as the Quapnat Balin Sasaon National Park, a protected sanctuary spanning hundreds of hectares. At the heart of this wondrous place was Sitrong, the serpent guardian of this magical realm. The carbuncle he bore upon his forehead was no ordinary gem. It granted him wisdom beyond measure and the ability to communicate with all living things. This mystical jewel was a physical manifestation of the forest's magic and life force, passed down through generations of worthy guardians. Sitrong was revered by the creatures of Maganhan, each of whom played a crucial role in maintaining the delicate balance of their home. There was Dali, a spotted deer, whose swiftness and grace were unmatched. As one of the critically endangered species in the forest, Dali represented the fragile beauty that Sitrong and his companions fought to protect. Dea, a hornbill, possessed knowledge spanning centuries. Her presence in Maganhan was a testament to the forest's unique biodiversity, as she was one of the 3 bird species endemic to the islands of Leyte, Sama, and Bohol. Dea's wisdom complemented Sitrong's, often providing crucial insights during times of crisis. Buntai, a long-tailed macaque, was known for his agility and cleverness. His mischievous nature brought levity to the forest, but his quick thinking had saved his friends from danger more than once. Buntai represented the adaptability and resilience of Maganhan's inhabitants. Another notable resident was Ligaya, the young tree squirrel whose curiosity often led her to discover hidden wonders and potential threats alike. Her youthful energy and inquisitive nature served as a reminder to Sitrong of the importance of nurturing the next generation of forest guardians. Together, this diverse group of creatures maintained the harmony of their home, ensuring that the magic of Maganhan continued to flourish. They faced numerous challenges, from natural disasters to human encroachment, but their unity and the power of the carbuncle had always seen them through. The forest itself was a character in this tale, with its old-growth trees serving as silent witnesses to centuries of history. The narrow trees stood tall and proud, their sturdy trunks a symbol of strength and endurance. Bamboo groves whispered secrets in the breeze, their flexibility a lesson in adapting to change. And at the center of it all was Lolamian, the ancient strangler fig tree that served as Sitrong's home and the spiritual heart of Maganhan. As guardian, Sitrong bore the responsibility of protecting not just the visible wonders of Maganhan, but also its hidden treasures. The forest was home to numerous endangered species, including the elusive tarsier and the Visayan warty pig, locally known as baboy halas. These creatures relied on the magic of the carbuncle and the wisdom of Sitrong to preserve their home against the ever-encroaching threats from the outside world. In this realm where magic and nature intertwined, Sitrong and his companions faced each day with courage and determination, knowing that their actions rippled far beyond the borders of Maganhan, affecting the delicate balance of life throughout the islands of the East and Visayas. One fateful day, dark omens began to stir in the forest. The once vibrant energy of Maganhan felt uneasy, as if sensing an approaching storm. The leaves of the ancient trees rustled with whispered warnings, and the streams gurgled with anxious murmurs. Even the usually cheerful birdsong took on a somber tone, as if the forest itself was holding its breath in anticipation of something ominous. Sitrong, ever vigilant in his role as guardian, was the first to sense the shift. The carbuncle on his forehead pulsed with an urgent, erratic rhythm, its usual warm glow now tinged with a cold, bluish light. He slithered swiftly through the underbrush, his scales barely making a sound as he moved to investigate the source of the disturbance. As he neared the eastern border of Maganhan, where the dense foliage gave way to rocky outcroppings, Sitrong encountered Dea the hornbill. The wise bird's usually calm demeanor was ruffled, her feathers standing on end as she perched nervously on a low-hanging branch. "Sitrong," Dea called out, her voice hushed with worry, "something is not right. The winds carry whispers of a malevolent force. Have you felt it?" The serpent guardian nodded solemnly. "Indeed, old friend. The forest's energy is in turmoil. What have you heard?" Daya's eyes darted nervously as she spoke. "There are rumors of a dark sorcerer, one whose heart has been consumed by ambition and greed. The creatures at the forest's edge speak of his approach with fear in their voices." As if summoned by their words, a chilling breeze swept through the clearing, carrying with it the acrid scent of dark magic. The leaves of nearby plants withered and curled at its touch, and small creatures scurried for cover. "His name is Datu," a new voice interjected. Buntai the macaque dropped down from the canopy above, his usual mischievous grin replaced by a grim expression. "I've been scouting the borders, and I've seen him. He's like no sorcerer I've ever encountered before." Sitrong's carbuncle flashed with concern. "Tell me more, Buntai. What have you observed?" The macaque's tail twitched nervously as he recounted his findings. "Data hails from a distant land, far beyond the shores of our island. The birds that have traveled speak of his reputation, a man driven mad by his lust for power, delving into magic so dark and forbidden that even the shadows fear him." Dea ruffled her feathers, a shudder passing through her. "But why has he come to Maganhan? Surely our peaceful forest holds nothing of interest for such a being." Sitrong's eyes narrowed, the carbuncle on his forehead pulsing with a knowing light. "I fear it is not the forest itself he seeks, but rather the power that protects it." The carbuncle's energy must have drawn his attention. As if to confirm his suspicions, a distant rumble of thunder echoed through the forest, though the sky remained clear. The very air seemed to thicken, becoming heavy with the weight of impending conflict. Buntai leapt to a higher branch, his keen eyes scanning the horizon. "He's not alone," the macaque reported, his voice tight with tension. "I saw him surrounded by shadowy figures, creatures twisted by dark magic, neither fully animal nor human." Sitrong absorbed this information, his mind racing to formulate a plan. "We must warn the others," he decided. "Dea, fly to Loluamian and inform her of the situation. Her wisdom will be crucial in the coming days. Buntai, gather our swiftest messengers. Every creature in Maganhan must be alerted to the danger." As his companions departed on their missions, Sitrong turned his gaze to the east, where the threat loomed. The carbuncle's light intensified, reflecting the Guardian's determination. He knew that the coming battle would test him in ways he had never been tested before, but he was ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead to protect his beloved forest. In the distance, barely visible through the thick foliage, a figure cloaked in shadows stood atop a rocky outcrop. Datu, the dark sorcerer, surveyed the lush expanse of Maganhan with eyes that gleamed with malevolent intent. A cruel smile played across his lips as he sensed the power emanating from the heart of the forest, the power of the carbuncle he so desperately sought. "Soon," Datu whispered, his voice carrying on the wind like a venomous hiss, "Soon the power of Maganhan will be mine, and all shall bow before me." As night fell over the forest, an unnatural darkness seemed to creep in from the edges, threatening to engulf the once peaceful realm. Sitrong knew that the battle for Maganhan's soul was about to begin, and the fate of not just the forest, but perhaps the entire world, hung in the balance.
Thank you for joining us on this new tale of wonder and magic. Catch us next time for the exciting continuation of the adventure of Sitrong and his friends in the next chapter of The Serpent's Pearl here at Kababalaghan 101. We love to hear your thoughts about the story. Let us know in the comment section and share the video to your friends. If you like this kind of videos, please hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to show your support and help us produce more of these type of content for you. You can reach us through our Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Say hi. We would love to hear from our friends and grow the community. Thank you, and stay spooky.